Aristotle classified motion as two types: the natural motion and violent motion. By the time the Italian scientist Galileo came on the scene, Aristotle's ideas were well established at the European universities, including the university where Galileo was taught. To challenge Aristotle's theory on falling objects, he performed the Leaning Tower experiment, in which two stones were dropped from the tower. One is much larger than the other. The stones fall down with increasing speed. But their speed increases at the same rate irrespective of their masses. And finally, they also reach the ground simultaneously. He also performed the inclined plane experiment, in which the two frictionless planes were inclined to horizontal table and a ball is pushed from a height by a slide force of hand. The ball rolls down, climbs the another inclined plane and reverses the direction of motion. How far does this ball move up, at the another surface? Well, since the slopes of two planes are equal, if we have the look at the height at which the ball has reached, we see the height of both the points is same from the horizontal table level. So, the ball moves to the same height from where it was released. Now, let's decrease the slope of the inclined plane on the right. Release the ball again. What do you see? It has reached the larger distance to reach the original height. Now, what would happen if the slope of inclined plane on the right is eventually reduced to zero? So in this case also you have already seen that the ball has reached a larger distance but has reached the original height. And now, if the slope is eventually reduced to zero and it is made horizontal, do you know what will happen? The ball will continue to move forever trying to reach the original height. Now, what would happen if inclined planes are inclined in such a way that h1 is greater than h2? The yellow line here shows the difference in height in these two levels. If a ball is released from this height, it will try to reach its original level. Well, and what happens if there is no inclined plane up to that level? Well, the ball will fly in a parabolic path from the extreme of the another inclined plane. So, make sure when you go to a U-shaped slide in water park the two levels are equal. Galileo was concerned with how things move rather than why they move. He showed that experiment rather than the logic is the best test of knowledge. Also, a series of experiments lead us to some basic conclusion. If the slope of surface is downward, the speed of the body will increase. And if the slope is upwards, the speed will decrease. Then, if there is no slope, does speed change? This is what we have just seen from the Galileo's inclined plane experiment. That, if the initial position and final position we see here shown in the diagram, if we decrease the slope, the initial and final position are at the same height from the horizontal level. And if there is no slope on the right side, so where is the final position?